Hi guys, I'm Lisa for wtfLisa Tarot. I get messages through songs and other ways too. It's pretty weird. So I have one earbud in and one earbud out. Like, share, subscribe, drop a tip, Cash App, wtfLisa Tarot. Shop my store, wtfLisa eBay. It's a random store because eBay is a random place. Sorry, let me turn up the music. I'm closed for personal readings, but I do have yes or no $5 readings on wtfLisa Etsy. Links are in the description. I'm shipping up to Boston by Dropkick Murphys, which is pretty cool. Like, the song kicks so much ass. I think it's in a beer commercial. I don't know. I haven't watched TV in forever. I'm a sailor pig and I lost my leg. Climbing up the top sails, I lost my leg. I'm sorry, I got carried away. You know, the song is amazing. This is an energy, though, of, I wouldn't say some people or, energies, because it might not be people. The world's a weird place. It's not that they're gearing up for battle. It's like being prepared for it, though. I'm shipping up to Boston, but I have a feeling the war will pass you by. You know, you can feel something up. Like you're standing there, just, it's more of a protective vibe, like defense, than it is like war. But it's like you're prepared for war. Like you're prepared for an attack is what I'm trying to say. And the attack may be coming, but I see it being diverted, which is cool. It's going to be diverted elsewhere to someone else. It could be because some Destiny swappers thought they were going to get this big gain, but they didn't realize what else they would be getting. It's like an angry mob thinks they're coming for you, but because someone copied your energy, they're the ones that's going to get caught. I'm shipping up to Boston. It may not necessarily have anything to do with Boston. Maybe some people it has more angry mob vibes to me. And then I start thinking of Boston Tea Party. The energy of war, but it's gonna be in a different location than you thought. And I kept getting this. I did a short yesterday of what's hidden, and I got the energy of someone's absence being noted. It's like someone was supposed to be invited somewhere and they weren't, so the other people are pissed off, and it's just causing a problem. And that energy is kind of present in this reading, and I really hope I'm making sense. We'll see when I play it back. The point is, you kind of feel defensive energy, but it's like you're protected. Meanwhile, you got this group or these other energies waiting for you. Okay, they're gonna be here in a minute with their trap set, and you're not showing up. It's diverted. But it's not just you being diverted. They were also diverted. Same vibe, too, as they're waiting for the wrong one. They think they're waiting for you, but they're getting someone who copied your energy. So it's almost like your enemies taking each other out while you're just off doing whatever. I have Ghostwriter by Roland's Band. This song is in The Crow, the original one from 94 or 93, whichever. 94. Ghost Rider motorcycle hero. 93. I don't know. I was like a preteen then. I'm so old. Ghost Rider motorcycle hero. I have Ace of Cups and King of Coins, but Death. Some people, it's like, again, I'm getting this energy of something's been over for a while, but people were setting a trap again, thinking, okay, this time it's gonna work, but it never did before, and it most definitely is not now. It's the traps they set for you are the ones they will fall in. It's almost like you got different groups of enemies working against you, and they end up, they're the ones in the war. Meanwhile, you're just doing whatever, and you might just be feeling the weird vibes. It's just because you know some of these people. You're like, I don't know what this is. That's how I am today. I'm feeling this very weird defensive, like, I wanted to say military at first, but soldier vibe, but it's like a defensive, but literally, like, no one's bothering me today. It's just the energies are funky. So you could just be picking up other people's wars. Another thing, too, if it's not people, you're just an empath, you're picking up other people's dingleberry wars, and you're just like, man, I'm just trying to go to work today. I feel that. Sometimes I'll be grocery shopping, just something normal, and the only thing I want to be thinking about is grocery shopping or whatever the fuck I'm doing, what's in front of my face, and then I pick up earthquake vibes. What the fuck am I gonna do with that? Like, I hate getting earthquake vibes because there's nothing I can do about it. Even if I know an earthquake's coming in advance, I don't always know where. That's not helpful. And it's not like I can stop the earth. Hey, Mr. Earthquake, don't shake things up today. And the earthquake will be like, okay. There's nothing that can be done. So what good is it to interrupt my grocery shopping for sad energy that I cannot do anything about, It's a little frustrating. Maybe some of you you're separated, so these are not physical issues happening, but you're still feeling the disruptions, and maybe the trick is just learning how to balance that out. As I'm reading this, we still have another day until Mercury retrograde ends, and then there's still the 2 weeks of that clearing. So this is just more the end of Mercury retrograde bullshit. In some cases, physically, there really was a weird kind of trap set, like people trying to get you to go somewhere or just kind of steer the course of your direction one way, but it didn't happen. Someone else, and then some of you have the copycats. So anyway, you got one group trying to set you up. Then you have this copycats like, I want to be like you. And they end up falling in that trap. Well, you're doing something else. In some cases, you're like, why is this copycat getting my gains? Well, they're about to have a hard downfall. You'll see it. With his head on fire. It's 2 birds, 1 stone vibe. Someone wanted to be you so bad, they can also get the consequences of what it means when for some of you, you're chosen ones, which means you always have narcs and weirdos after you and your energy. And on the same vibe, you get some good people around too, but and then you have these weird copycats, and they want to be like you. Well, that means when they start copying you, they're going to start attracting the same kind of narcs, and in some cases, if you see spooky things others don't, they start appearing to people who are just copying and they have no idea. It's going to terrify them and they're going to lose their mind. Ghost Rider! Says Henry Rollins in my ear over and over. And the crow. In some cases, I don't know, it is an energy of the traps they set for you. They're all going to fall into you while you're off doing something else. You might be picking up the energy. Same vibe too. As some of you, it's not even people you know. It's just you're awakening, you've already been through that kind of bullshit in the past. So it's familiar energies, the Mercury retrograde bullshit. You're an empath or you're just sensitive to energy, so you're picking up other people's wars, and you're like, damn, it's learning how to manage that at bay. So it is defense vibes again. Just working on your energetic defenses. And also your physical boundaries as well. This is definitely a lot about boundaries. I haven't even pulled that many cards. I'm just babbling away. Talkity talk. Some cases too, you may find some odd distractions. This just popped in my head. The next 2 weeks, but 48 hours in particular, odd distractions. Be discerning. In some cases, odd distractions will actually be helpful. They might be frustrating in the moment, but sometimes things happen. It's very hard to explain. Like, you don't make that green light and you're like, fuck, I'm going to be 2 minutes late. And then you look ahead and the car accident. If you would have made that green light, you would have been part of that car accident. So be glad that you didn't make it. You know what I mean? There's just certain energies like that. And it could be, you may find out the aftermath of the traps going on vibes. If you're part of if you were being set up to fall into a trap and you didn't, your copycat went ahead and did that for you. Thanks, buddy. Other vibe too is just trying to manage the energy if you're just someone picking up other people's battles like I tend to do. And I may say things like I'll do automatic writings and they may sound like I'm mad and upset, and I'm not. I'm actually kind of even energy like this. But I'll say something incredibly crazy, but it's like my tone is like this because it's just a message. I'm a messenger. If I give a message, it doesn't really have much to do with me. Even if I try to make it kind of personal, it really doesn't. Messenger. Also, you don't shoot the messenger. Shooting a messenger can make a war worse. Messengers are neutral, baby. You, baby, don't you cry tonight. I have Don't Cry by Guns N' Roses. I love this song. It's so good. There's a heaven above you, baby. Well, I mean, this again, energy of rejection is protection. Boundaries. And the traps they set, they fall into. King of Wands, Chariot energy, and Two of Wands. Again, that energy, whether Nine of Swords, it is a trap being set for you, and you're picking up on those vibes, you're putting up those boundaries. In some cases, some people will be distracting you or inviting you to things that make no sense, and you're like, I'm not doing that. I don't know. It's like a last attempt, that weird Mercury retrograde bullshit. Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, last scare vibe, but they end up scaring them themselves. Nine of Swords is all a bag of cats. King of Wands, Chariot, Two of Wands, and Nine of Swords. It's just an insanity loop. Someone wants you part of, but you're like, nah, I'm not part of that. In some cases, again, you're just picking up other people's crazy ass energies. It's learning how to, just not let it affect you and just learn how to block it out. Put up your boundaries and walls, physically, energetically, spiritually, whatever it is. This is most definitely about protection for sure, and just not letting other people's shit affect you so hard. And power couple, again, it's more like stalker, and I don't want to get into the whole, it could be stalking you to get you on this trap, but sometimes it's just more of an energy of other people's energies lingering, and it's having to shed those, confused, because it's not your energy. So you're like, why am I picking this up? This literally has nothing to do with me. Welcome to my world. I'm picking up crime, and I'm like, oh, fraud and rich people. I don't know who these people are. Why do I have to pick it up? Like I mentioned, I'm grocery shopping. What good does it do me to know about an earthquake happening somewhere? I don't know. I can't prevent it. I'm just trying to buy some fucking milk and, my cookies and shit. So some of you, again, it's not your energy, and trying to find just practices that help kind of shed it, push it at bay, and keep your wits about you while you're filling other people's shit. Other vibe, too, is, I see the people who set traps being confused that you didn't fall in them. None of their shit made sense, It's just a weird energy. Also, I just, again, picture, and this comes up a lot in my readings, is Looney Tunes, because the world is a crazy fucking place, right? And it's Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner, and again, the Roadrunner but he's got a crew this time, because this ain't even the real Roadrunner. As a copy of a copy of a copy is the vibe. That's a whole ass another reading. Got the trap set for you. Commitment. They draw, how he would draw like the black hole for the tunnel on the big boulder. So you would like so the Roadrunner would run into it and hit it, and the Roadrunner would just like go through the tunnel just fine. And then Wile E. Coyote goes to go through the tunnel and splat into the boulders. That kind of energy again. I get this a lot because people are always up to shit. Same shit over and over and over. Narcs run on a script, so we'll have this same kind of energy 1,000 times for 1,000 different people. Mean bitches, misogynistic, idiots gonna idiot, and divination stalking. A lot of them are watching tarot, and they are setting up traps for people. I have Running with the Devil, Van Halen, based on general readings without finding out exactly how it applies to someone's life. Because sometimes romance readings actually aren't romance. It really depends on the person, but it'll just be a piece of a collective reading will apply, not the whole thing. So people are making plans head in the clouds based on bullshit. They don't even have the correct information. Why? Because they aren't supposed to. The divine will take care of that. Sometimes misinformation and misdirection is your best fucking friend. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, says Van Halen, Running with the Devil. I did a dance video to this a while ago. I live my life like there's no tomorrow. All I got, I had to steal. Oh my god. These are idiots. I know I made a mistake. That always make mistakes, and they made another mistake. Again, in some energies, they set up a trap, but they forgot to invite you. They forgot to tell you to get you over there. So they're going to be sitting there waiting, and no one shows up. Maybe your copycat will. But it just is an energy, again, of like their traps are always meant to fail. And their traps are always meant for them. I would love to read something else, man. And the simple life ain't so simple. I forgive you. And I'm waiting for an apology. Maybe someone tried to set up a fake-ass apology. And it's an energy of maybe I would forgive you if you actually just said sorry and quit with the fucking fuckery, shenanigans, and dickery-do. I love those words. I never get to use them too much, so in tarot, I'm like, okay, fuckery, dickery, do. I couldn't tell you face to face, and I know you're watching me. In some cases, again, there is that energy where they got everything set up, the trap. They're all waiting, but they forgot to invite you. Other vibe too is you're not the one that's going to show up. A copycat will. Other case too is the people who set the traps in some cases are your copycats. So the traps they set up, they will fall into because they made the traps for themselves. It's all very complicated, very stupid, and it seems like a giant waste of time, huh? Cause it is. Found the simple life, and so simple. All night dropped out on the floor. Yeah, people are making things more complicated. At the end of the day, too, they did it for nothing. A lot of them make these traps and these elaborate plans over nothing. Just shit they made up. Or just confusion. I don't know. I run away. This is from my True Crime Oracle deck. I love this deck. I just got it off Amazon. It rocks. Some of you were, either not invited or you just said no thanks, whatever it is. Those traps were not meant for you, so you're not going to fall in them. Oh, trapped! Yeah, those traps weren't for you. The people who set them will fall in them, or a copycat will. Secret, because the copycat's only existence is to copy, and they get the consequences of copying. You want to pretend to be someone you're not, there's consequences of that. What if you're trying to, you see someone, you'll get this online, people will just see a profile they like and copy it. What if they don't realize that person is a wanted person, you know what I mean? And now you got the cops, knocking on your door because you decided to copy someone with no knowledge. You had no idea they're FBI's most wanted or some bullshit. I have There She Goes by The Laws at the LA''S. Sixpence None the Richer did a cover of this, like, late 90s, early 2000s. I think, anyway, you got idiots, affair, fraud, and death. I feel like they've just, most of the fraud, some of them do fraud you. Some of them, it could be people you were acquainted with. They came in pretending to be one way, but you find out they're creepy, derpy, aligned with bad people, whatever it is. And in some cases, they're copycat. So some people set a trap for you, but they're going to get your copycat. And then everything's foiled. Oh, nuts. There she goes, racing through my brain. And I just can't contain this feeling that remains. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. There she goes. Yeah, you're not falling in their trap. In some cases, shit's gonna hit the fan, and while shit's exploding, it's like an energy of you just walking down by and looking and going, oh, that sucks, and keep walking. And they're just like, oh, shit. Either way, boundaries and plans foiled. Page of Wands. You're gonna throw on your sunglasses, 7 of coins, and keep on walking by and just doing that 9 of wands. I'm so glad I wasn't there. I'm glad I missed it. I'm glad I wasn't invited. I'm glad my boundaries were up. I'm glad I didn't answer that phone call, that text, that DM. I'm glad I did not go in that direction. That direction was not for me.